I appear to have habituated to flax seeds after about 3 days of heavy use, because today I'm feeling tired and cold for the first time in 3 days. But I'm not feeling sad, so there may have been a permanent effect of the cyanide, which is the active ingredient in flax seeds and plum seeds and apricot seeds. This way, come on! Good girls. They're listening to me even without treats, aren't they good? They moved along from that dog, which they would never have done recently. Come on, puppies. Go say hello. You're a friendly dog. Oh, no, don't say hello. Mimi, don't say hello. Let's go. Water. Come on, drink some water. How can we avoid the bossiness that is my girl? This way, come on, Shim. Aren't they good? Look, they didn't bother 2 dogs. We walked past 2 dogs. Yes, my dogs are alpha females. I think it's the husky in them, because I've spoken to other husky owners, and I think females control the pack. Because when Shim's sons come to visit, honestly, they're so henpecked. They're all passive. Even there's one dog whose owners are having difficulty with him. I called him no trouble at all. I actually think he's the least dominant out of all the dogs. But huskies and terriers are not for first-time dog owners, which I should have told her, really. But she bought the dog. I sold 1 dog and I gave away 4 dogs. The ones I gave away, all the owners are having no trouble at all, because I strongly selected them to be responsible owners. In fact, I rejected owners that I thought weren't responsible. Unfortunately, when you sell a dog, you don't know who they're going to. And this, which is one of the easiest puppies, I thought, because he's so placid, he's always cheerful, whereas, you know, Shim goes into a mood. She can go into a mood. She's like a human. If I'm ratty, she's ratty. He showed no displays of rattiness at all, like Mimi. Mimi's got no displays of rattiness. But Mimi's got a lot of energy, whereas no trouble at all. He used to just sit there like a little Buddha. So he was happy and inactive. And he's a fatty. Anyway, the owners can't cope with him because they say he's bossy. He steals their food and then growls at them when they try to get their food back, which comes from the father. Unfortunately, Kenzo, Mimi's father, is very food obsessed, and that's why Mimi's going to be a little fatty before she's even a teenager. Shim is a very fussy eater, and she will be beautiful her entire life. I ramble, I digress. I think you can hear by the way I talk what I'm eating. And as I say, this is a flaxseed come down. On day 3, you do habituate to flax seeds. And they are dopaminergic because I got dopamine psychosis, paranoia, on day 3 of heavy flaxseed use. Anyway, I digress. So, no trouble at all, which the owners say they can't deal with because he's bossy. When he comes round, my 2 girls just dominate him. And so I do agree with the theory of the alpha female as opposed to the alpha male in husky dogs, because Shim, the mother, It might not be a female-male problem. It might just be a father-mother thing, because Shim dominates all her puppies no matter what their temperament is. I have to say half her puppies are recessives. Half her puppies are followers. Only half of them are bossy. So a lot of these males, they come, they visit, and my girls say, no food for you, no toys for you, you can't sit there, you can't go there, and they just listen. Some of the boys argue, but even they are just dominated eventually by my two girls. This way, come on. And when we bump into dogs, I tell the owners, my dogs aren't aggressive, they're just bossy. And they will, look at the way, this is them having a good time. They will just dominate any dog that comes near. If I have a sled, which I hope to buy one day, Shim will definitely be leader of the pack, which is good because Mimi, who's 3/4 collie, actually runs randomly in the wrong direction. She has a tendency to run tangentially to the direction you wish to travel in, whereas Shim always pulls in the right direction. I think that's the husky in her, and collies must have a circular motion built into them. I'm rambling. That means my inhibitions are low. It could be tiredness. I am currently waking up about once every 2 hours. I woke up 5-6 times that I counted last night, which is an incredibly high frequency. This has been ongoing for months though. This is not flaxseed generated. What flaxseed did was stop me waking up crying, which is a good start, huh? I'd rather just wake up than wake up crying. It of course hasn't improved my cognitions, but cognitions, I think, are out of the control of drugs. Is there someone talking over there? I don't want someone talking. Is there someone talking over there, pups? Sounds like someone talking. I'm going the opposite direction to the speaking. We do not want speaking. Speaking is a human activity. No, humans! Run away, run away, run away, run away. Why? Why do people bring trolleys everywhere? Oh, this is a homeless person's home. Well, leave that there. They might be needing that. It's a tent in a trolley, which makes a lot more sense once you see the tent. Trolleys don't make sense, but if you're using them to store all your belongings, then they do make sense. Hey Shim! We're going the opposite direction to the voices. I hope you don't mind. You know me, I don't like voices. Gosh, I really am talking an awful lot. I went from not talking at all to talking an awful lot on flaxseeds. I think it has liberated my cortex, because without any drugs at all, and I stopped all drugs last Christmas, all drugs. That includes nicotine, which was the hardest drug to come off. I actually stopped thinking. I stopped verbalizing. And I believe what flax seeds have done is switched my cortex back on, so I'm verbalizing. However, I am of the strong opinion that cortical stimulation is irrelevant. It's just artifact. A problem-solving artifact. It does solve problems. My mathematical ability comes from my cortex. Or does it? Do non-linguistic autistic people have mathematical ability? I'm thinking they may do, because what's maths but logic? And I've seen autistic people, non-linguistic autistic people, do things like climb the fridge when they want someone to give them food. That's logic. I'm actually tired enough. I may spend 3 hours in the graveyard this morning. What do I have to teach my student? Fraction decimal percentage equivalents. I do not need to plan to teach that because I've taught it so many times before. Thank goodness. It's not something weird that I've rarely taught. It's something that I can teach on autopilot. Okay, I wanted to show you, I've got 2 accounts. YouTube is my videos of my children account. Obviously, the videos of my son are now private, and it's just videos of my dogs, because my son grew up and said, please don't put my videos public. So I made them private. Videos of my dogs who have not consented, but do not at all seem to mind being videoed. They behave exactly the same when I video them as when I don't video them. And I have an Instagram account, which I didn't know what to do with until recently when flaxseeds cheered me up. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to make that my fashion account. Because now I'm cheered up, my other interests, which are human psychology and fashion, have re-emerged. So, on these walks, if I'm not videoing, I'm studying human psychology, but I have nowhere to put those notes at the moment. I'm having to store them in my head. And on my Instagram account, I'm putting photos of my fashion. Now, fashion, what I love, as I said before, is the constraints. So I've got this really horrible second-hand dress that looks awful when I wear it. It doesn't fit me. It's a size 14. I'm a size 12. It just looks terrible. But with the use of accessories, I think I've turned this into quite a nice dress. So while I'm in the daylight, I would like to take a photo of this dress to put on my Instagram account. So bye! I'm taking photos of clothing.